before you
Yeah,
answer lang,
and
I'll
you-
just add, over my dead body, nabababa yung syntax. Okay? So, para clear tayong lahat dyan. Thank you.
And then for BOC is 69 cases ang na-file nila, 5 lang ang napanalo. So yung number of cases, number of seizures, walang problema. Ang nangyayari, wala naman tayo napapanalo sa cases natin. And one of the things that kailangan ma-improve in certainty, or at least naman tumaas yung batting average natin sa conviction, or else itong mga smugglers, alam nila na mahuhuli nga sila pero hindi naman sila makukulong. Naka-factor in na doon sa cost nila yung paghuli, no? Especially sa cigarettes, ang manufacturing cost nila is only 20 pesos, but ang selling price ng illicit cigarettes is 140 pesos, no, 120 pesos, so almost 5-6 times. So mahuli man 2 shipment, 3 shipment, panalo pa rin sila, no? So, and this is actually for me the biggest threat in our revenue generation activity, yung excise tax on tobacco, Madam Chairperson, because ang nakikita natin ngayon, bumababa yung collection natin on excise tax on tobacco, pero tumataas naman yung prevalence, smoking prevalence sa mga constituents natin, especially sa mga bata, no? So double whammy tayo, bumababa yung collection, tumataas yung smoking prevalence natin. And ito yung ginagamit ngayon ng mga tobacco companies as a reason to lower down our sin tax rates, no? Which I think is not the solution, because the solution is to convict, no? To put people in jail. No? So may I ask the
And
BIR?
before you answer lang,
and you-
I'll just add, over my dead body, nabababa yung syntax. Okay? So, para clear tayong lahat dyan. Thank you. Go ahead, please answer candidly. Sinasabi ko lang yung position ko.
So, kasi yan ang nagiging reason, Madam Chair, diba? So that's why
You're just stating a fact.
Correct,
You are
correct.
stating a fact.
Yeah, so that's why we need to approach this with different mechanisms, especially aggressive mechanisms.
I did just read a news article that quoted Commissioner Lumagi about this, na nag-improve ang inyong collection because of your efforts. But anyway, you're here, so I don't have to rely on that news report. You can respond on your own.
Yes, Madam Chair. Well, just as an update, I think the figures presented previously is not updated. The collections specifically for cigarettes actually increased from 2024 to 2025 because of our aggressive enforcement activities. The collections from cigarettes, excise tax collection in the year 2024 was about 83.8 billion pesos, and for that's same period, January to September of 2024, compared with January to September of 2025, now we have 103.3 billion pesos. So that's an increase of about more than, or of about 20 billion pesos in collection. And actually, even the removals, there's an increase for January to September of 2024 and 2025 from 1.3 billion packs of cigarettes to more than 1.5 packs of cigarettes. I think also because I think the surveys that say that smoking incidents increase, I think there should be clarification on what this actually means, as I've been saying, because I can't remember which study. I saw a study that the smoking of cigarettes actually decreased, but the smoking incidents increased. So that means that when we talk about smoking, the survey should be clarified on, because I think there was already a clarification with respect to the definition of smoking. This includes vapor products. So when we talk about smoking, the smoking of cigarettes actually, I think, went down, but the total number of smokers, including vape products, increased. So that's where the difference lies. But with respect to to excise tax performance on cigarettes, we've actually improved our collections.
Let me just add to this discussion, no? This is very important. During those hearings that Senator Sherwin very patiently conducted, he's known for his long and numerous hearings. Very detailed, and that goes on record forever. Obviously, the tobacco companies, the vapes companies, were lobbying for a sin tax reduction, no? But as Commissioner said, rightly so, I totally agree with you, but I want to give the numbers on record because these are the numbers that I follow and these are the numbers that we have. If you look at the prevalence of smoking among adults, and we now have to distinguish from cigarettes and e-cigarettes. Pag sinabi bang e-cigarettes, kasama na si vapes doon. So lahat ng HTTPs, no? HTPs, okay. So in 2015, let's start 10 years ago, 91% were smoking manufactured cigarettes, and 0.2, so not even 1% were smoking e-cigarettes in 2015, because we barely even heard of it at that time. And then move forward, 2018, it became 92% versus 0.6, less than 1 pa rin. 2021, 84% manufactured cigarettes and 1% e-cigarettes. So still low on the e-cigarettes, but declining ang cigarette smoking. But by 2023, 87% smoking cigarettes and almost 9% e-cigarettes. So that is the trend that was already predicted, that I repeatedly pointed out, that the shift globally is from cigarettes as we know it, manufactured cigarettes, to vapes, because the campaign of the vape companies, and the big ones are also owned by the tobacco companies, to be clear, so you all know this, sila din yan. They are shifting it to vaping, and they are promoting it as a healthier form of a safer and healthier, a healthy vape na yung pangalan ng store, di ba? A safer, and it's not true, but anyway, I won't go there. My point is, wag na tayong magulat kasi yan nga yung campaign nila na mag-shift. So when they now cry, when they come to us and cry and say na, oh, down na ang cigarettes, down ang cigarette smoking, yes, you should expect na bababa din yung collection nyo, which hindi naman bumaba now for this year, no? Bababa, if we are successful, and I have always emphasized, when we impose, and I was the chairman when we imposed the vape tax, not the cigarette tax, the last one, but the previous one, I was a co-sponsor of that measure. When we impose these sin taxes, we do want the consumption to go down. So, but this is a monologue that I always have with the health advocates. So now I get to say it in front of the finance people, and it is expected. We are successful if the cigarette consumption goes down. So then we have to be creative on how to bring more revenues for government, diba? But that is the goal. Hindi natin pwedeng sabihin na, it's down, we're not doing our job. No, that was the job. That we have a successful campaign which includes sin tax, so that the consumption of regular cigarettes go down. And supposedly, the consumption of e-cigarettes should also go down if we are successful on the health aspect. Because that is the goal. Hindi naman natin gustong na from addicts, from cigarette addicts, we now have vape and heated tobacco product addicts. We don't want that. Of course, in terms of collection, nakakatulong sa atin yun, but that should not be the goal. So, I'll just wrap this up by pointing out adolescents because they are the most vulnerable. Yung kanina na sinabi kong figures, those were adults. For the adolescents, in 2015, almost similar to the adults, 88.4% ang cigarette smoking, and then less than 1% yung e-cigarettes. I'll just jump to 2023. 65% na lang ang nagsusmoke ng cigarettes, which is still terrible. These are adolescents, okay? Adolescents. And e-cigarette jumped to 39%. So, one last point, because I am always happy to share my thoughts with non-health advocates kasi I'm preaching to the choir pag kami-kami lang. in London, when I was there to study syntax in Geneva in WHO, and then I went to London, they did not hesitate to advocate for the use of HTPs and vapes because the smoking prevalence in the youth was basically zero. They had already come to a situation where yung mga kabataan hindi na naninigarilyo. So, kaya nila pinayagan na ma-promote yung use of vapes kasi this will help daw the adults who are addicted to cigarette smoking to stop. O, hanapin niyo kung ano nangyari ngayon. Yung nangyari ngayon, yung sinabi din ng ibang health advocates, na ngayon, meron na silang generation of kids addicted to vape. Natigil na nila yung generation na wag manigarilyo, puro vape naman ngayon. So, that is what happened when they took that approach na, sige nga, tingnan natin kung magiging cessation device to. Anyway, I need you to understand that because if it affects your collection, then let's be creative, and I'm happy to work with you on that. I'm happy your collection is good, but it may dip in the way that when you had your hearings, it was down, and now your efforts are generating a good ano for you. So, yun lang ang monologue ko for now.